Ukraine. Michael, you're up next on the Grace Curley Show. Go ahead, Michael.
Hi, Grace. Yeah, I'm a never Trump Republican. In regards to the Democrats, I don't agree with the majority of Biden's policies, but to say that they want to destroy the country is false and reckless and highly irresponsible on your part. There's a lot of idiots and morons that listen to shows like yours, and they're influenced by when you say ridiculous things like that.
What's so ridiculous about it? What's your explanation? Why do we have an open border? Why are we now going to welcome in Palestinian refugees? That's the latest Biden administration idea. Why are we canceling $6 billion of student loan debt from art institutes and transferring that to taxpayers? What's the other? I'm open to other ideas. What is the game plan here?
Sure, I'll address that. In regards to open borders, one, they're not open, but I don't want to debate that because they have bleeding hearts and they're naive.
Wait, why don't you want to debate?
They have bleeding hearts.
Why don't you want to debate the open borders? The numbers are astronomical. People are walking in. People are actually flying in. They don't even have to walk through the border. They can just get flights into the country.
Fine. It's an open border. Everyone and anyone can come here. With that said, it's not because they're trying to destroy America. They have bleeding hearts. They're naive. They think they can help people. They don't want to destroy the country. It's utterly ridiculous.
You know what, Michael?
They are so irresponsible.
Oh, they're so Oh, well,
says the guy who called the people listening to this show idiots and morons.
Yeah, I'm confused. I'm naive. I'm naive. So you have all of these Democrats who are supportive of bringing, and by the way, they're supportive of bringing people in until you actually send them to their cities or their islands like Martha's Vineyard. And then they're not as, you know what's the weird thing? They're not as much bleeding hearts when it's in their backyard, not as compassionate when the illegal aliens show up on their home turf, very compassionate about sending them to, for example, to Texas or sending them to those border towns, not as compassionate when it actually involves putting a little skin in the game. I would argue, Michael, that if anyone sounds naive here, it might actually be you.
I know your audience wants to be lied to, but at some point, do you kind of get nauseous when you look at your...
Well, I don't get nauseous when I look at myself. I can tell you that right now. But what's the lie?
You don't even know where to begin.
You know what I don't appreciate, Michael, is like I'm totally on board with arguing about ideas or arguing about, you know, if there's a problem with a fact that I told you that you want to push back on. But I notice that it goes right to emotional manipulation. Like you right away start calling my audience morons. You start, you know, labeling me as I should be nauseous when I look at myself. It's this whole idea of like I'm a bad person and you're a good person, which I just find intellectually dishonest. Like, you're not actually here to debate anything. You're just here to make me feel bad or to call me names.
All right, I'll debate something with you. I've heard you say on numerous occasions that, well, Trump wouldn't be a dictator because he didn't do that the first time. The only thing that prevented him the first time was he was, quote, unquote, dumb enough to have, unquote, to have adults in his administration that prevented him from doing that. Have you read Project 2020? Have you read Project
Hold on a second. This is what I don't understand. How come you can go on and on? You ask these questions or you put out these statements and I can't have a rebuttal. Last time I checked, it's my show. Yeah, I'm just confused as to what kind of dictator is in power for 4 years and then decides to run again. He's not president, Michael. I'm not sure if you know this. He's not president. I know for the Never Trumpers, he's still number one in your hearts, but he's not currently the president of the United States. And this whole idea that once he gets into power, he's going to jail the free press and he's going to put people in prison. He's going to take over. I just don't buy it. He just did a sit-down interview with Time Magazine, 84 minutes. You know how long the Joe Biden interview is with Time Magazine? 0 minutes. I mean, this is the dictator. He's not a very good one, Michael. We'll be right back. All you morons and idiots, don't go anywhere.